Welcome to the very first week of a brand new Vaughn weightlifting cycle. If you're in this area, this is going to lead you right into our next Vaughn weightlifting competition held in Belton, Texas on September 2nd. Those of you in the area, hopefully you can make it to that competition. I'm confident that this cycle will provide you with, more of the same that we've been doing: mobility, strength, improved technique in the Olympic lifts, but also something a little bit different than we've done before. Biggest thing, just like any other program that we use for Vaughn weightlifting in the beginning, are going to be the squats, deadlifts, and presses that you'll see in the program. A little bit about the squats: you're going to see that you'll be squatting twice a week. On each of those days, there's going to be back squats and front squats. Anytime I've done that in my programming, I definitely felt a benefit from it. It's not something that you have to do all the time, or that we will do all the time, but it's something a little bit different. Hit your legs in a little bit of a different way. And one thing in particular that I really like about it is you're doing your back squats first. Typically those are heavier and a little bit more of a workload, so you do the front squats after. And it kind of gives you, since they're a little bit lighter, it kind of gives you a little bit of a flush in the legs to help you recover from the rest of the program and the next time that you'll be squatting. Also, I really like the fact that you get more work in that front rack position. It's very important for so many people to have a barbell, a loaded barbell in particular, in that front rack position as much as possible, to not only maintain mobility in the front rack, but to help improve it as well. You're going to see there's going to be some pauses in that in the front squats on there as well to help in that regard too. Okay. As far as the Olympic lifts, we're going to have lots of lower weight, higher rep, partial movements, and just hang in there on those. The big thing is that anything with a snatch grip, I recommend to go ahead and use weightlifting straps. Any snatch or clean deadlifts, use weightlifting straps. Any cleans, we want to keep them off. Any snatches from the floor, regular snatches, we want to keep them off. But if you'll go ahead and use those straps like I've talked about before, where indicated, then that's going to help you, one, focus on the movement and not have to worry about your hands. So wear them where you can. If you don't know how to use straps, if you've never used them before, I've got videos on the YouTube channel. But just, get some and try them out. I promise you they'll help you and benefit you much more in the long run. All right. One other exercise I want to talk about is the behind the neck power jerk. That's definitely a very tough exercise for a lot of people. One, because it's coming from behind the neck with a narrow grip. So if you lack mobility overhead or in that position, it can be tough for you to even hold the bar there. But also lacking mobility overhead, it can be tough to go straight up from that behind the neck position. But that's exactly why I want it in there. What's very important for you to pay attention to is that from behind the neck, we need you to work harder dipping straight. And then also, if you notice that you're very soft overhead, so your elbows are bending, or you just don't feel solid jerking overhead from behind the neck, especially with the power jerk, then make sure you're doing some mobility between sets. You can get a hold of us to help you out with that if you need to, but just doing some mobility that you can take from some of the mobility pieces that we're already doing in the program, but something in between sets to help solidify that a little bit. And I know that will go a long way for you. The nature of that movement itself is going to go a long way for you, but we want it to be as solid as possible, and you'll get the most out of that exercise and the program as a whole. All right. That's basically it for the week, guys. One last reminder: as always, make sure you're watching the videos of each exercise and reading the description, not only that's written in the program, but that's written in the description section of the videos, and that will help make sure that you are doing them the way that we want you to do them and that you're getting the most out of the program. All right, guys. We'll be back next week to progress on up in weights and adjust exercises as they will be adjusted as we move into the coming weeks and all the way into the last part of the program. But I look forward to being back with you next week, and hopefully you guys enjoy this week, and look forward to the next. Take care.